What is up, everyone? Hope all is well. It's your boy, Siggy Mac, coming back to you for a wonderful opportunity. I'm interviewing today, Living in the Light. And today, we'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves, and then we'll go from there. So, Miss Allie, let's start with you.
Okay. I'm Allie, and I am a mother of four, and I'm married to Sean, who's sitting over there. You can't see him. I started this band with Martin about a year ago. We technically had started it before, a few months before, but we had a couple of members who weren't able to stick around. So since about March, maybe the end of March, we have been going strong. And Joe is our newest guy, and we love this band. So I'm gonna pass it to I'll let you
So
take.
yes, I'm Martin, the guy with the glasses. so yeah, Ellie and I we've been doing this for a while. Uh, Usually she'll come up with lyrics and I come up with the music, and then we just like creating a bunch of original stuff. We do covers too, but we like our original stuff too.
That's what's up. That's nice.
I'm Jason. I auditioned to play the bass with them, and
We accepted.
yeah, they took me on the first go around. They didn't know what they were getting into, but they took me, so I'm not going anywhere.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, it's a blast. I really enjoy it.
Mike.
Hello, I'm Mike. I'm the drummer. I just recently joined these guys back in
In the summer.
the
August.
summer, August.
Yeah.
Yeah, I auditioned for them and they liked me, and so here I am.
Nice, nice, nice.
And hi, I'm Joe. I play the acoustic and sing. Um, I'm in some other music projects, but I reached out to Allie because they wanted some male vocals, and we've been sticking it out ever since. So,
Nice, nice. That is totally awesome. So, with y'all being all together, like, what did how did y'all come up with being like a rock Christian band?
Well, it's something that I've always wanted to do for years. So I originally was in a Christian band called Providential Fire, and we just kind of never took off. We had members that had other schedules, and it conflicted, and it just kind of never went anywhere. But it was something that I always had in the background of my mind that I wanted to do. And actually, I brought Martin into that at the tail end of that project. And so he joined me in another secular project, and then I was like, you know what, I want to do this Christian thing again, let's give it a shot. And so we, had I think it was maybe November of 2024, and that this kind of only lasted a couple months, and then we tried it again last March, and it's been pretty awesome
It
since.
took off from there. That's awesome. Okay, so you've always loved music and Jesus, but family
Yeah.
came first. What was it like carrying that calling quietly for so long?
Well, for me, it was, I was just kind of very patient, but I was also very busy because my youngest son was severely autistic. So I didn't have a lot of time to be creative anyway. But I knew someday when I was empty nesting, I would be going back to it. And so it's, ideas have just been kind of flooding my brain. So it's been one of those things. And I'll let the other guys answer on this too. On like for you, you have a big family.
yes, I've got a big family. The balancing part is music is an outlet for me, but it's also I feel that it's one of my purposes. Although my purpose is to be a husband and a father, but at the same time, it's to share God's gift of music with people. And I struggled a lot over the years with self doubt, but now I mean I'm kind of out of my shell, and I gotta have an outlet, but I gotta fulfill my purpose of sharing music with people.
Most definitely. Okay.
Uh, what he said. No I'm kidding.
Ditto.
Yeah. I think music is a good way to reach people. I mean, we do it for ourselves, of course, but we also do it for other people too. And then somebody asked us, "Why do you guys go play at bars?" And I said, "That's where the sinners are at." So that's where we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what,
Anybody else?
I ended up playing music. My daughter is very. She can play anything. She can play a violin, bass, sing. She can do it all, and from a very young age. So as she was getting older and not wanting to go hunting and fishing with dad anymore, I needed something to. I needed us to have a common interest. So I heard a banjo one day, and I said, "Dear Lord, you let me learn how to play this banjo. I'll play your music for as long as I can play it." And it's really been great. It gives me and my daughter a common interest. I'm constantly quizzing her on music theory, and that's what she went to college for. So it's been years of good stuff.
A great testimony right there. What about you, sir?
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with any kids, but I've got a ton of nieces and nephews. I keep trying to see if I can push my drum talent onto one of them, but they're just not wanting to catch on to it. They're more into their technology.
Most definitely.
So, but yeah, I play music because that's what I love. I love music. I've been a drummer for 20 plus years. Some people say self-taught, but I say it was a God-given talent.
Mhm.
So I enjoy playing the drums. It's in my blood.
That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so for listeners just now meeting you, how would you describe your band's heart?
I would say we all love Jesus, and we feel driven to write songs and play songs for him. Probably more than secular music. We really just have, it's just kind of, it's like in our blood to do that. We just really love to do it. And we're not trying to shove it down anyone's throat, but we're just hoping that somehow something we sing or maybe our lyrics or a melody will touch somebody. And, we just feel like that's what our calling is, our mission.
Okay.
And when we play in these venues, a lot of these people, they'll hear a bunch of rock stuff, a bunch of other types of music, and then they hear us, and we've gotten some pretty good response. People like say, "Whoa," and they kind of like it.
But we're not just like the praise songs that you hear in church. We have some of those, but a lot of our songs sounds very much like rock. It's just with Christian lyrics, so it still can appeal to a wide range of people. At least we hope.
Most definitely, most definitely. Okay, and so Ali, I'm gonna take you back to 2015. Your first Christian song you wrote, Trinity, I believe. What changed in your writing at that point?
That was something that I'd always wanted to be able to write a Christian song. It just didn't come naturally. And I don't know why, because I've, known about Jesus my entire life, but it was just one of those things that, it just didn't kind of naturally come out of me. So whatever happened that particular day, it just kind of naturally was coming out, and I was writing it down. And then I knew I could hear in my head that it was for piano. And so I didn't even really want to try to put chords to it with guitar, because it really just felt like that was what it was for. And then until this past year, I'd never been able to get anyone who was really interested. And then we did have we had a gentleman named Dan Estes who was with our band for a while, and he was able to make this song come alive. And it was a beautiful thing. It was amazing. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to stay with the band. And so we did turn it into guitar. So we still play the song. I still like the song. Eventually, we'll also play it the piano, version again too. So that's
Okay.
one of those things. It was just kind of. I wouldn't say accidental, but it was not like I woke up that day and said, "Today I'm going to write a Christian song." I felt like God kind of put it there.
Okay, so do you think any of these songs could have been written earlier in life, or it just came to you just like when y'all got together?
For me, for my songs, most of them couldn't have been written sooner because I was just so busy, and my mind wasn't on that at the time. I was so geared towards taking care of my family. And I think that a lot of the experiences that I've had in life too have kind of helped build my strength even stronger. And it's just now I used to be really shy, and I was, like Joe had said, I had issues with, not wanting to be on stage. It made me nervous. And now I'm just like, you know what? If people don't like me, that's okay, because God's put this in my heart to do this, and I'm doing it for him, even if nobody else is welcoming to it.
Most
You know.
definitely.
Have
Yep.
anyone else want to answer on any?
Yeah, I'm open for anybody's answers. Like the floor is all yours.
Like when you guys first wrote a Christian
Yeah.
song.
So I first wrote. I first was writing worship music. That was what I did first, before I came up with a whole another It was like a
Sinner music.
love album thing, not sinner music, but a love album for my wife, basically. But I started writing worship music, and then they sat on the shelf for many years. They still haven't been produced, but it was kind of really cool meeting Allie and these guys, and then it kind of put it into my heart, like, hey, you need to be involved with something like that.
Okay. Anybody else?
When was your first episode writing a Christian song?
With you.
That was with
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And
I don't write.
Providential Fire.
Yeah, I
was
don't.
the first one.
I don't write the lyrics. She does. I just write the music.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even write it. I just play it.
Yeah. All righty. So how, like, and this question's for everybody, like whoever writes, you know what I mean? How much of your past shows up in the lyrics?
Well,
Uh,
we're the only ones that really do
always.
lyrics, so.
Always. So there's a few different ways that I've written songs. It's either from memories or it's, sometimes there's specific phrases and stuff that keep reoccurring, but it's a lot of my stuff is inspired from the past.
And I would say most of mine, probably 90%, maybe 95% of mine as well. But I have also written songs that don't really pertain to me, but maybe I still write them in perspective like it's from my life, but I know it's something other people can relate to.
To help someone
Like,
else.
we have a song called Prodigal Son that isn't necessarily about me. It's more, there's a lot of people that can relate probably. But I kind of wrote it from perspective of me. But there's just a lot of, it's easy to see other people's perspectives, especially, people on Facebook are always talking about the things going on in their lives, and it touches you. And so it's easy to write things that aren't necessarily just about your own life.
Okay. So this is a question for everybody. Your band's all different denominations. How do you stay united with everybody's differences, if there is even a difference?
I think there's more similarities than there are differences. So we focus on the similarities. I mean, all Christ based.
Everybody's Christian, yes, most definitely. Yeah.
Just don't bring up the politics of it.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't
most
bring-
definitely.
We don't really talk top politics.
No, politics, we don't, no. Stay away from politics.
I'm meaning the
Most
politics.
definitely, yeah.
I'm meaning the
Right.
politics of the
Politics
fighting
of religion.
denomination.
Right.
That's what I- Don't bring up the touchy. Just
Well,
keep
when you got
it in the center.
especially you got 40,000 plus Christian denominations.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
one's right?
most definitely. And
Well, and
everybody loves Jesus, so
You can have two people in the same denomination and they still might believe slightly differently. So we focus on the fact that we all love Jesus and we're all trying to do what he's called us to do. And so we don't get into, oh, you wear blue today and we wanted you to wear red. We don't, we're not trying to judge each other on that. We know each other's hearts just from having played together. We know that each one of us has a heart for Christ. And so that's
most
what we
definitely. Yeah, so I can't really not say diversity, but has the difference of diversity like made your song stronger in any way?
I'm not even sure if we even think about it.
No,
yeah,
it never really comes up, honestly.
I think we just we just come up with anything that has anything to do with God or Christ, salvation, and we write it and do it.
Well, and I think we are just very blessed that we all get along so well because each of us, I know at least some of us have worked with people that maybe had egos in other bands or what have you, and it was really difficult and ended the group or whatever. But each of us gets along really well, and we don't fight. We all have kind of the same goal, and if anyone disagrees, we listen to their perspective. We take it all into consideration.
We
Well,
wrestle
most
for it.
definitely, and like these questions right here, I'm not trying to offend nobody. We're just going to get the theology of the debates and everything. So
Basically, what I think what we really focus on is just reaching out to people and connecting them to Jesus Christ, giving them a pathway to where they can connect and get closer to Jesus Christ through our music.
most definitely. Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question then. What keeps Jesus at the center instead of preference or egos?
I think it's each one of our hearts because we're
Yeah.
all That's our goal. We all
Right.
have the same goal. So like I said, we've worked with people in the past that have had a pride issue or an ego issue, and we're like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem like it's putting God at the top, or at the center. So we chose not to work with those people, but all of us, we're all on the same page. So we don't
For
ever.
whatever reason, I think between us, we've had enough experiences with being in bands to know, if you want the things to just go forward, mainly you have to take yourself out of it. Just come and try to complement. My strategy is to complement whatever's going on.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Whatever they're laying down, just compliment it.
yeah, I think the ability to cooperate with each other is
Mhm.
key. None of us are saying, well, no, let's do it this way. No, I want to do it this way. So,
Yeah, we
So
really
we-
try not
yeah,
to
we-
micromanage
we don't
each
like
other.
to, we just, just say, hey, change this up or change that up.
Right.
So,
Okay, so last question of the little bit of different denominations on that, but how do you work through it all without losing the brotherhood with differences? Basically, you already answered the question, but this is just a different preference on it.
Yeah, I mean, we're showing up and we've already decided our goal and our purpose is to, share music with people. And so it's not really necessarily we're showing up to do Bible study, but we're bringing our gifts here and, bringing them together and getting them ready to the point where we can go out and minister through the music. And we'll just let the music, we'll let God speak through the music to people.
yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
more music focused rather than like theological argument type of stuff. We don't really say, hey, what do you think about this or that? we just try. We
Well,
just try to
definitely.
That's not what this avenue is.
Right. Like we
Right.
all probably do that with our
Yeah.
own other people, but with this group, we've all chosen that music is our language.
we focus on the music.
Mhm.
Oh,
Whatever.
okay.
And when they can holler out. I mean, I have to practice. I have to have it in front of me. They can holler out 3 or 4 different chords and I can take off and within half the song, it's there. It's solid. So that, for whatever reason, is real. It comes easy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I throw a lot of songs to these guys on the regular, and they pick them up, and it's like it's God inspired to do this. And when we first started, within 3 weeks, we were going to open jams. We were already ready to go.
We were doing some
So-
songs that like we've only done it once before, and then we just go do it, and
Yeah.
like, okay, it sounded pretty good.
That's like when I first auditioned for them was actually at an open jam.
Yep.
And it was the first time ever playing with them, and
Mhm.
yeah, I fit right in. So yeah,
Yeah, he had to do
Yeah.
songs in front of people on a
in front of
stage
people on the stage, yeah.
that he'd
so.
never heard before. So,
Nice. Yeah, they got a place out here in New Braunfels, it's like 15 minutes away, called the In House.
oh, nice.
They have a open mic on Thursdays, and people
Really?
go out there and show their talents or whatever. My buddy, actually across the street neighbor, he was telling me about how a couple famous people came out of there, and you wouldn't know the people, but you would know their lyrics because studios come in and buy their lyrics and then give them like $250,000 just for one
Wow.
song, and it's like, man, that's amazing. So he was
Wow.
telling me about a couple people, and I don't want to put their name out there, you know what I mean? But yeah, they paid off their house with that one check, so it was like, yeah, that's
Very
nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go to band life, balance, and the real world. Okay, if y'all don't mind. So you're juggling family, church gigs, and other bands. How do you protect your band?
And we protect what?
Our band.
Our band.
I think we just try to be open with each other on our schedules. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I haven't, they know that I'm doing other projects too, but I'm still trying to make sure I'm involved with whatever we're setting up. And as long as we schedule stuff weeks, sometimes we got to schedule weeks in advance. That's really how you balance any band, is making sure that everyone's on the same page on the scheduling.
Most
And
definitely.
also there were people that were interested in the past and we're like, well, because Martin and I were kind of doing this together, we kind of wanted it to I have a more open schedule than he does. So we kind of wanted it to fit his schedule. So anyone who couldn't meet on the days that Martin could do, we just weren't able to make that work. So it's kind of like upfront, we knew what days of the week we could meet and what, we'd let them know we do open jams and that we're looking for other opportunities. And as long as they're on board with doing the same sorts of things, that was something we could talk about. But we didn't want anyone to have any surprises and to be like, oh, I got to quit the band because now you guys are doing things I didn't have in mind. So we're just, we try to be very upfront.
In the cap level, that we don't need 15 rehearsals to get something right, that we can, somewhat run through it 2 or 3 times and that we all feel comfortable with each other, that we can, if somebody bails, the next guy's going to pick it up. Goes a long way for me.
Yeah, most definitely. So we had 2-3 times and it clicks and it's good to go. Hey, let's get it done. Yeah, most definitely. All right. So, okay. And no disrespect, but being mostly in your 50s, how has your perseverance on music changed? And then what makes this band different from the past ones?
Well, for me, I was already nearing 50 when I first started getting into bands. Well, there was one about 10 or 15 years ago, but that band broke up after a month, and it was not because of me. It was they had differences before they added me to the band. And then my family life got so ramped up. So I probably 3 or 4 years ago was the first time I was really in bands. And then for you,
me, it was, I'll try to keep it a quick, short story. So I got invited. Yeah, I got invited to go play at a jam session with another band. We play rock. We play like classic rock stuff, and so I went, and I didn't know the songs, and it wasn't a jam session. It was an actual performance, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know these songs. So they said, just play it in E or whatever. I said, okay. So I did, and then later on, the bass player said, hey, you want to join the band? I said, okay, well, I guess I better learn the songs now. Yeah. So that's what happened. Because I've been playing ever since, and now I'm playing in 2 bands.
Yeah.
I'm playing Allie and the other band.
I love that lead up. I'm 60.
Oh, yeah, you just had a birthday.
So, yeah, same sort of thing. I mean, I started late with trying to find something for my daughter and I she was actually 12, now that I think about it, when I kind of started. She's 30 now, so I've been playing for a while.
Yeah.
But that's how I got into it, and as late as I did.
I didn't wait until my 50s to do this. I've been doing it since I was in my early to mid 20s. I've been in other bands. We played other music, but it just didn't feel right to me. But I've been playing drums for 30 years now. Yeah. And it's just something that I love to do, and that's what I continue to do. And to play for him now is even better.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So.
And now to the baby.
I was going to say to the young gentleman.
I'm 34. This is technically, I guess, kind of one of my first bands, because my other project was basically just me. I mean, we've made a full band album, but it was all I came up with. I came up with all the songs. So, and then the other project that I have isn't necessarily Christian music, but I feel like all the music that I make is still Christian based because I'm a Christian. So right. But I've always wanted to make sure that my music, I wanted it to be set apart because I want someone's kid to be able to listen to it. I want it to be family friendly, but I still talk about serious things, serious things that I went through that, to try to help. My other stuff, I kind of want to write songs for like kids from broken homes, because that's what I was. And so, but I like to try to keep it family friendly.
Most definitely. All right. So we're going to go with worship, purpose, and impact. So basically, like kind of a core question. So some of you lead worship, others play secular gigs. How do those 2 worlds intersect?
I feel like it's really easy to keep them separate, because Sunday morning for church is Sunday morning, and then gigs are typically like a Friday or Saturday night. Or if you're doing open jams, those are typically like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So they kind of don't really overlap too much.
and from a frame of mind, you just got to be you. You just got to be who you are, and whether you're playing secular stuff or Christian stuff, you just got to be you and show that example, and
Mhm.
other people will pick up on things. You don't have to like
Right.
You don't have to be different.
Yeah, be kind of
Bible beater.
Bible thumper.
thumper.
Yeah, we don't have to Bible thump 'em.
Okay, so when y'all play, so what really matters? Is it the excellence of the band, like of the music, or is it the spiritual connection?
I think we really strive for both.
I think both.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just trying to, I feel like it's just trying to do the best that you can, and then each time try to do a little better, and just try to make sure that the people are getting the message.
Right, because if we're not playing well, they're not really going to be paying attention. So we obviously have to try to, make improvements and
Keep their attention.
Yeah.
Right.
try to write songs that we think will
Get
People will like.
Get them interested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
will catch their ear.
Okay, so basically, so this is kind of y'all basically already answered the question for my next one. Is like when you're playing your music, what do you want that person or to someone to basically, what do you want them to feel when they hear the music?
Well, from like the ultimate goal is really salvation. Just you want to get to heaven, so that's the ultimate goal.
Right.
So that's the perspective I take. I mean,
Yeah, and so a lot of people are already believers. So we want to touch somebody, maybe encourage them. So sometimes there might be a song that just makes somebody feel something in their heart, and it really was what they needed to hear that day. So there's all that angle as well.
Yeah, I understand what I completely understand what you're saying because there's some songs when I turn it on, like I listen to Christian music when I work out, when I go to the gym, and it's like when that one song comes on, I get goosebumps, and it's like, oh yeah, let me put an extra 45 pounds on there, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
For example, we have a song that is very new and it's not completed just yet, but it's almost completed, called Army of Christ. We
Mhm.
want that one to just kind of,
have some energy.
that we want people to feel something about that, and to feel motivated to stand up to the enemy and say, hey, we got this because we're standing by Jesus' side, to fight this battle with him.
you break it up a little bit right there. I didn't catch that last part.
Oh, I was just saying that the song Army of Christ is, we just kind of want everyone to feel like maybe that they can stand with Christ too to help fight this battle of the enemy, the spiritual warfare that we go through.
Okay, all right. So
For sure.
all right, so y'all are breaking up a little bit. So Army of Christ. So when do you think that y'all be airing that one out?
Very soon. It's just a little tweaking on the bridge, but everything else is written for it. We've practiced it. We had a video of the partial song, just a teaser video, and the last podcaster wanted us to do that song, but we weren't quite ready. We just haven't had enough time to work together to practice it since then. But it's around the corner very soon.
Okay. Awesome. I can't wait to hear it. So this series of questions is basically called rapid fire. So we're gonna see what you got. So what's the song you're most proud of?
Ooh. For me, it's always going to be Trinity, since it was my first one, and since we were able to create it as a piano song this year. What about for you?
For me,
It could be for you.
it's just my own personal one. Dear Mother. So it was a tribute song that I wrote for my mother. She passed away whenever I was 17, and she was kind of the one who always inspired me to want to sing. Because every morning I would wake up and she would be out in the living room reading her Bible and singing worship songs just by herself, And so I never really got any closure whenever she passed away, and so I woke up from a nightmare where I saw her again, and then I wrote that song, Dear Mother. And that's one of the most powerful songs that I've ever written. I probably won't write another one like that. And there's just a lot of power in that one. So that's my one I'm most proud of.
Most definitely.
I don't know if I have a favorite. I have a bunch of them. I like the jazzy ones that we play. We play some jazzy ones too.
Or Calm the Storm, maybe? The Spanish.
Calm the,
side.
yeah, Calm the Storm. So we play some of the acoustic stuff too. I have an acoustic guitar back there, so I like some of our acoustic stuff too. So like Jesus Loves You is one of our songs that I like. So I don't know.
Probably my favorite would be On a Darkened Hill. It kind of rocks more than some of the other ones, and I mean everybody's just kind of, you just kind of look around and everybody's in it. So it's you hit that groove, and it's a fun one. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, that's my teenage son's favorite too, or one of his favorites.
I'd have to agree with him on that. I like On Darkened Hill. It feels good to play it, and I think people would enjoy it.
Okay. So what is one word for this season for y'all?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What is one word you can describe this season for y'all?
Blessed.
Blessed.
What did you say?
Blessed.
Growth.
Growth, blessed,
Saved.
Saved.
saved. All right.
Progressing.
Progressing. That's what's up. Okay. All right. So what's next for this band?
We're gonna keep writing more songs, and we have in May 9th, we are gonna be participating in Battle of the Bands, and then we have a fundraiser that the lady hasn't quite solidified when, but she's asked us to be a part of that. We'll be going to open jams here pretty soon in the next couple of weeks, probably, and if we get invited to any other church events or fairs and festivals, then we'll be looking into those. It just has to match our date. But we were invited to a couple of things that we've had to pass on because of dates or times not being the right schedule for us. But we are definitely open to a short amount of travel and things like that.
We're also looking at
eventually some studio.
Yeah,
Recording,
that's what I was
yeah.
about to say. We're looking into recording
Eventually
some of
some
our stuff.
some studio sessions for sure.
Oh, that's
Get
awesome. Yeah.
some of these songs that people have really given good feedback on. We'll get them recorded so that people can find them on streaming services and stuff.
That is awesome. 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 So for listeners out there that are just now listening to you and from this interview, where can they find your music and follow what God is doing through y'all?
Well, right now we have a Facebook page called Live in the Light. And then they can also I have some things on Instagram under Ali Renee Music and also TikTok under the same title, Ali Renee Music. I have a lot of our things. I don't know if you guys have posted anything on your pages.
I'm like social media literate.
You can tell them where you can find your music too.
Yeah, I mean, definitely follow the Facebook page.
Yeah.
My other project is called Mixtape Romance,
Okay.
which it's family friendly as well. There's no cursing or anything like that in that. And there's an album. It's on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
But I'm not here to plug my stuff. We're here
Well.
to live in the light.
Right.
But still,
But
we love each other and all the things that we're doing.
Right.
Most definitely.
We support each other in
Yeah.
everything we do.
That's what's up, man. So basically, I seen you had a YouTube page, correct?
Yeah, I do. I think I've only got a couple of songs on that one. I will be adding more to that though.
Okay, yeah. So for all the listeners out there, I'll tag their link in there so you can check them out. Man, guys are pretty good. I just heard a couple of their songs and hey, I love it. So furthermore, do you guys have a song y'all want to play for everybody out here?
Yes, we would love to
Sure.
play a song called I Don't Know.
All righty. So it's when y'all have the stage whenever y'all are ready.
Okay.
I'm hoping the
thank you.
audio's okay because we did this
Yeah.
once and then it just wouldn't go through because this is on a phone and so the audio was funny. So I'm hoping it's okay.
We'll probably have to scoot it back a little. Can you guys see yourself still in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to get this up here too.
Check.
We got to rearrange just a second here.
Totally fine.
What's that?
I'm gonna try not to be in front of anybody,
I
but
thought it was that. I thought it was that speaker back there.
am I blocking anybody from right here?
You're fine.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
you can plug in.
Right there.
Thank you, sir. It's right here.
I know. Do you want to put it in here first?
Sure.
Yeah, because you almost stepped on it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're in a
professional.
tight space, but normally we spread out a lot more when we're not trying to all be like.
Totally fine, totally fine. And I can edit out this part right here. And then, you know, I can edit everything out, so you're good to go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
It's gonna be
Perfect.
what it is.
It is going to be what it is.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right.
All
So we
right,
haven't done
lines
this
are
in a couple weeks. We haven't met up with all the clothes here, so
Figure it out as we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
take these off a little bit.
All right, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, I
Thank
want to
you.
thank y'all for y'all's time, man. It was a pleasure. I know we've been scheduling this since like early February. All right, y'all take it easy, Steve Mac. Peace.
Mm.